Fortnite Battle Royale Chapter 2 Season 1 is officially underway now, and alongside a brand new chapter in the Fortnite storyline, we've got a ton of other brand new features as well, including a new HUD, new weapons, a new battle pass, and of course, and most importantly, a brand new map. Our new Fortnite island, nicknamed Apollo, has created a whole new level of hype for Fortnite Battle Royale. Now, while we are still in the honeymoon phase of the new season, the idea of Fortnite dying out certainly does not feel as realistic now that Chapter 2 is here, as the end event streams had 6.5 million viewers, just viewers online that is, through Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Mixer, etc., and plenty more were watching live in-game. So the hype is definitely back in Fortnite with the major new additions, and of course with a new chapter and a brand new map, we have got plenty of secrets to explore and uncover. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we're taking a look at 10 secret spots on the new Fortnite islands. And now, without further ado, let's get into it. Number 1. The new bunker. In a distant reality long ago, there used to be a place by the name of Wailing Woods. Wailing Woods was an OG spot on the original Fortnite island, and it stayed on the map until the start of Season 8 when a volcano uprooted it. But Wailing Woods was home to more than just trees and shrubs, as it was also home to the single biggest mystery in Fortnite Battle Royale history, that being the indestructible bunker. The bunker that sat in Wailing Woods was impenetrable. You could not pickaxe it, you could not blow it up, only via some weird glitches could the hatch of the bunker actually be destroyed, and even then it was still impossible to enter it. And thus, the mystery of what lies within said bunker lives on to this day. The bunker even stayed on the original map when the volcano replaced Wailing Woods, so many people were wondering what was going to happen to the historical, iconic bunker of the Fortnite Islands once we ended up changing maps. And lo and behold, the bunker is back, baby, in more than one form, as we'll find out later. The main bunker, though, that you can find is located just east of Retail Row, in the middle of a pretty large bush right on the very edge of the map. Much like the original bunker, this one is also impossible to break open and explore, and so the mystery of what lies within the Fortnite map is alive and well. Number 2. The dumpsters. A brand new feature with Chapter 2 Season 1 here in Fortnite is that of hiding. Previously, the stealth strats were pretty limited in Chapter 1, as you could try and hide as a bush or try to hide in a bush, but that was about it as far as the realistic strategies were concerned. But have no fear if you are trying to avoid conflict at all costs. Here in Chapter 2, you can actually hide inside of dumpsters that are scattered all around the map, which ultimately means you can have some absolutely hilarious moments in-game with some surprise jump scares. Whether you are trying to lure an enemy out by placing some loot in front of a dumpster, or you are simply trying to hide from an opponent and take them by surprise, you can enter dumpsters and seemingly become invisible to anyone who didn't see you enter it. So be wary, if you see a gold AR sitting in front of a dumpster, it might be worthwhile to approach with caution. Number 3. The legendary chests. A few of you might recall that back in Fortnite Chapter 1, here and there we were actually able to find legendary chests, which, as the name implies, granted us a guaranteed legendary item. Whether it was a gold scar, an RPG, a chug jug, or whatever else, that chest would give it to you, no questions asked. But the secret with the legendary chest was that only one spawned in per match. However, here in Chapter 2 of Fortnite, things are a bit different, as this time around there are actually steel chests, I guess we could call them that, unlike regular chests, have a different sound cue to them, and they're also made of steel. Now, as far as these chest spawns go, that's where I am a little unsure, and I think it might just be random because I myself happened to stumble across one in a gas station outside of the military camp, but upon returning there, I didn't find it the next time around. However, as I said, these chests do have different audio cues, so if you hear a weird ringing, can it be referred to as that ringing? Sure, ringing. If you hear a different ringing, it is definitely worth finding that chest because it has some top tier loot in it. Number 4. The water bunker. As I hinted at earlier, the Fortnite bunker has reappeared on the new Apollo map in various forms, one of which is the one that we described earlier, but that is not the only secret bunker on the map. Well, technically this one isn't on the map itself, and instead is located just under the sea off the coast by Holly Hedges and Slurpy Swamp. This bunker is a little hard to spot if you are not actively looking for it, but it does sit on the ocean floor just a little ways off the map, posing the question, how far down does the Fortnite island actually go, and how far down will we maybe one day be able to explore? Perhaps the visitor knows something about these bunkers, and they'll be a bit less mysterious as we get later on into the chapter. Number 5. Buried Treasure. If you played Fortnite back in Season 8 of Chapter 1, you'll probably remember how the season started off with the Pirates, the Fire King, and the Ice King all trying to search for the buried treasure at the X marks the spot location. And unfortunately, it seems we the players never got a hold of said treasure, but lo and behold, here in Chapter 2, we can. If you head on over to the Sweaty Sands location and make your way over onto the beach, you'll notice that there are certain areas on it that appear to have some uprooted and disturbed sand. And if you actually pickaxe those areas in the sand, you'll be able to uncover some buried treasure and get yourself some secret loot, making Sweaty Sands a solid place to land if you do want some guaranteed items each match. Number 6. Secret Shields. Like I've said countless times, Fortnite Battle Royale Chapter 2 changed a lot of things, including how you can acquire shields, because now you don't actually need to find minis, a 50 pot, or even a chug jug to shield up, and instead you can rely solely on the map to get some extra health right away. By landing at Slurpy Swamp, you can actually find a handful of Slurp Juice semi-trucks and a ton of Slurp Juice barrels. And when you break the semi-trucks and the barrels, not only will you end up getting some steel material, but you'll also get some extra shield as well. And some of these slurp trucks can actually be found around the map in other places as well, so if you can't find some shields off spawn, remember to use the environment to your advantage, because you never know when it might just save your life. Number 7. The Hay. Much like the dumpsters that we talked about earlier, Fortnite also has another brand new hiding spot with the Hay. At the various farmlands or other locations that we have on the Apollo map, certain stacks of hay can be used as hiding spots just like the dumpsters. So same deal as before, if you need a quick escape or if you are trying to bait someone in with some loot, the haystacks can be a great place to wreak havoc on your enemies. Number 8. Logjam Woodworks. If you are looking to farm up a ton of mats without having to scavenge throughout an entire forest or run back and forth across the map, Logjam Woodworks is the place for you. Why do I sound like a real estate agent now? Hey, it's free real estate. Anyways, Logjam Woodworks is located between Weeping Woods and Slurpy Swamp on the west side of the map, and it has 1,000,001 wood pallets and plenty of other materials to stack up for the remainder of the match. Alongside that, it also has a pretty decent amount of loot spawns, and it's also not a named location, so it's not going to be nearly as hectic as some of the other areas off of spawn. Number 9. Dusty Depot. While the OG Fortnite map may be gone now, Dusty Depot still lives on here on the Apollo map, albeit in a very peculiar fashion. On the northmost island underneath the sea on the grid, there stands a lighthouse, and inside of said lighthouse, there is actually a picture of the OG Dusty Depot area. And according to Epic Games, the guy who lives on the island where this lighthouse is located is named Jethro, and he has a few other very interesting things in his collection that we'll have to find all across the map. Number 10. The Giant Mountain. Back on the OG Fortnite island, one thing that always posed a massive question, literally, was the giant mountain that we could all see in the background of the island. It towered over everything in sight, and we always wondered if there was a reason behind the mountain being there, and if there was any life out there beyond the Fortnite island itself. And now, here on the Apollo island, the mountain can be seen once again. Specifically in the intro for the season, it can be seen in the background as the battle bus is flying in. So, are we actually in a different universe, or are we simply on the other side of the world that we once knew? Honestly, we may never know, but it is a pretty interesting thing to note nonetheless. So, what is your favorite part of Chapter 2 here in Fortnite Battle Royale so far? Is it the map, the new weapons, the new battle pass, or something else entirely? Let us know down in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like on it, give it a big old thumbs up, it would be much appreciated. And of course, if you are new here to the channel and you like what you see, feel free to subscribe with your post notifications turned on, that way you'll always know when a new video goes live. Once again, thanks so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and we'll see you guys on the battle bus. Peace out.